Is this video for sailing and entertainment purposes only? You're dang skippy it is.
What advice would you give Amber's future girlfriend? Simple. Just don't go there.
It's just Nurse, clear my schedule.
Quiet, you.
Karina Kaboom. What's wrong with Karina Kaboom? She's a nice lady.
So first that was against terms of service.
Isn't this a surprise?
My husband!
What you doing out here?
Did you pay your taxes? Excuse me, sir, did you pay your taxes?
Hello everybody. In today's video for the low introductory price sale of absolutely nothing, you heard it here last, we're going to be talking about Amberlynn Reid and what she does when she's not working. So that's like all the time. So public figure Amberlynn is actually posting once a week now, if that. Very, very, very busy trying to get a girlfriend to send her a $500 Lego for the next Valentine's Day. If you believe that, I have a very large bridge of Kermits to sell you. So basically, it's self-employment. Who cares? She technically doesn't have to be there. But I have never seen somebody to claim to love YouTube so much and not post at all. But we will be taking a look at her Instagram stories. What is she doing when she's not posting on YouTube? Rinse, lather, delusion, Kermit, repeat. Also, Foodie Beauty is in a very, very... Is precarious a good word? I don't know. This is a vocabulary channel. Foodie Beauty has absolutely lost all sense of reason. That's right, you heard it here last. Foodie Beauty has not only admitted to purchasing subscribers, but she is so desperate to stick it to the haters that she's going to get to 100,000 subscribers, that she is admitting to not only having bought subscribers, and subscribers are being bought for her channel, but she has admitted to breaking the terms of service in another way. Under the fake engagement policy, she's actually doing sub for sub, which is not allowed. Your channel will be deleted for that, Chantal. This is what I think. I think it is understandable when you were a YouTuber that you want to get to 100,000. There's this like fantasy land fairy tale thing going on with people that don't have 100,000 that believe that once you get to 100,000, you're going to be happy.
Number one, I'm pretty, okay? That has a lot, and I don't mean that to be conceited. I'm being very matter of fact.
You love me.
I can assure you that is not true. Not on YouTube. I mean, happy on YouTube. You won't. There is not a magical number. I love it when magic gets involved. Get your own channel, Magic. There's not a magical number that's going to make it safe and okay for you on YouTube. That's the best advice I can give you. It's never safe. It's never okay. Subscriber number can change faster. You can say Kermit, monetization, whatever. So here's the thing. She is doing sub for sub, which is against the terms of service, and she's admitted to it. All of your fans, I'm sure, are going to, I'm sure no one would ever report you. She has actually, this is editing me, gotten to 100,000 subscribers. Foodie Beauty, Everyday Miriam, has admitted to purchasing 100,000 subscribers.
Pathetic.
To get to 100,000 subscribers, that you would admit to your haters, non-congratulators, that you bought your way in and you could have never done it on your own. So congratulations, Chantal. You never, ever will ever make it on your own getting 100,000 subscribers. You had to buy them and promise other people that you would subscribe to the channel. And all this is against the TOS. We're going to be getting into all the drama, and there's a very large, huge Pokemon Go Sinnoh tour update, or My Name Isn't Bob, Kermit Kaboom, Wilbur, none of those are my names. If you could not tell already by this ridiculous intro, everything I'm saying is just for entertainment purposes only. None of this is meant to be taken seriously, clearly. I'm sharing opinions, not facts, on publicly accessible information made public by public figures. Please do not go to these people's channels and leave them mean-spirited, negative, disparaging, discouraging comments for entertainment purposes only, sharing opinions, not facts. Let's talk about Amberlynn. What a hard worker Amberlynn is. Okay, so basically, Amberlynn works once a week, if that. She is self-employed, so I'm not coming for her for that. I understand that because she's self-employed, just in general, she can work as little or as much as she wants. And just in general, I mean, I don't really care, like how much people work. You can work as little or as much as you want. I will say, though, that usually in self-employment, by the way, when a person only comes to work once a week or once every 2 weeks, it's usually a business that isn't so client driven. And what they usually do is they get other people to work for them.
Good evening.
For example, let's say there's an owner of a medical office and the owner isn't there all the time, but the employees are. The reason I mention that is because usually in self employment, when it's client driven and YouTube is, the audience is the clients, okay? Without keeping the clients happy, they may not stay. What happens is you have other people, like, entertain and work for the clients. Amberlynn just abandons you, her audience, the clients, right?
How dare you give me cubic zirconia?
She doesn't say that she's leaving and she just disappears without a word. She doesn't update on the community page. I don't think there's anything wrong with taking a week off if you're sick or you need, some time off, but she does nothing but take time off and doesn't work. Okay. So she also doesn't have employees entertaining you or working for clients, her audience. Without the audience, people on YouTube don't get paid. Without you guys, we are nothing. Don't ever let anyone tell you otherwise. So, yes, Google signs the check, but who creates the cash flow? It's the audience that want to watch the videos. Now, she knows people dislike her content and will come to every single video that she posts. And there's something about absence make the Kermit grow fonder, whatever. So the point is she's thinking, oh, whatever crap I post, people are going to rush to it. And that's kind of true. But it used to be 100 to 200,000 people rushing to it. Now it's barely 40,000. TikTok, Amberlynn. Anyways, okay. So as far as her, obviously working once a week, okay, it's self-employment. I'm not mad at her for that. I also think I mainly think that she's not working because she's a very conscientious worker. She's definitely not lazy. She doesn't want to work and she doesn't have any content. And this is the best case scenario. My opinion, y'all could let me know in the comments and the dislikes and comments down below. I think our girl, the most entertaining, riveting YouTuber in the world, Amberlynn, is living out on her savings because I am telling you that 40,000 views, I know how much it pays. And you cannot survive on this money barely twice a week unless you have savings.
Are you a YouTuber?
Yeah, I'm just coming on here to say womp womp.
Because we all know our girl needs Legos every week and Amazon Prime packages and whatever else she gets. But this video is not really about, hey, she's not working. Hey, this video is about a lie. So here's the bottom line. Amberlynn has continuously stated that she loves YouTube, right? And that's what I want to focus on here. She loves YouTube, you see. She says that she loves YouTube in every single video. She says that people make it bad for her, whatever, but she loves YouTube. She never wants to stop posting. She adores YouTube. Basically, what she's saying is, I love my job. YouTube is her only source of income. I love my job, she says. I love YouTube. I enjoy posting. Now, it's really palpable how much she cannot stand her audience and how much she dislikes YouTube. And everyone can feel it. That's why I use the buzzword of Kermit's, palpable. But she always says, no, 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 you guys are wrong. I don't hate YouTube. I love YouTube. I love my job. Okay, here she is caught in a blatant forever lie. If you loved your job, you would work more than once a week. If you were obsessed with and you were so in love with your job and you loved interacting and talking with your audience, that's a joke. Red flags are us. That's you, Amberlynn. How come you never heart any comments except for when you watch one of my videos and you go and you heart a few comments? How come you don't pin any comments? How come you don't pin positivity? How come you don't interact with your audience unless it's in DMs and they could drive you to Target? She's using her social media to get, people that could take care of her pretty much.
Come to my chambers at once. I must discuss something with you.
Okay, that's what she uses her social media for, okay? To blame it on, oh my God, the reaction channel said something about me and 20 people DM'd me in 1 second. Of course, I didn't watch it all day. And for like girlfriend purposes and, so that's what she uses her audience for, to drive her around to Target. Maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's a drive to Target that she's looking for.
Original content.
ASMR Amberlynn. Anyways, the point, oh my God, who remembers when Amberlynn used to rustle papers and rummage through markers and touch them and called that ASMR?
No. Do not go there.
It was a wonderful time to be alive, girls. And now it's an embarrassing time to be alive, girls. But still good. Okay. So basically, my point here is this: you cannot stand your job. Otherwise, you'd come to it. Look, I want to be clear. A lot of people don't like their jobs, but at least they're not going in front of 200,000 people and lying and saying that they love it. My point is, even though it's okay to dislike your job, this woman claims that she loves YouTube. Why aren't you on it? Why don't you make videos? It's a forever, palpable, always type of lie that you're telling on your channel that you like it. By the way, for those of you that may be new here and think that this woman is sick and that's why she didn't post a week. No, she tells her audience that she is going to be posting Wednesday weigh-ins and Friday videos, and she doesn't do either. Or once in a while she follows that, but she doesn't do that. By the way, that's okay. Everyone can have a bad day. Why aren't you updating your audience and telling them, hey, like, I am, not gonna post? Because she doesn't care about you. She cannot stand YouTube. She uses this as a means to an end. By the way,
Excuse me, are you Amberlyn Reed's friend? Are you Amberlyn Reed's friend?
totally get it. A lot of people, I would say all people, use jobs as a means to pay their bills. I understand that. But again, they're not standing around saying, I love my job, I love my job. You're a lie, girl, you a lie. And the next time you come on here and say that you love your job, we all know that you're lying. Never mind that we could feel it. Here's a tip. A pro tip to Amberlyn. Your audience is very, very, very intelligent. They can feel what's going on. They don't need you to say it, but you show the reality. Actions speak louder than Kermit frogs. The point is that even a broken Kermit buys a clock one time. I don't know what that means. The point is, she absolutely cannot stand YouTube. She doesn't want to work. She doesn't like YouTube. That's why she's posting once a week. TikTok, Amberlyn. What are you gonna do when you run out of all your savings? I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen, girls. She's going to start live streaming. Oh my God, another live stream era. By the way, if you're wondering why she's not live streaming, the real her comes out during the live streams. The edited version is not the real one, which is why she had to stop live streaming. And because she's going to be held accountable for all the bad stuff she doesn't want to do that live. Okay, so here is what Amberlyn Reed is doing instead of work. So she's posting pictures saying that this is unfiltered. I don't understand the point of that because you have continuously posted videos and pictures that are falsehoods. I don't really care that she filters herself. It doesn't matter to me. But why do you want to give that message to potential girls that you're constantly filtering yourself? And I know that everybody does too, but her videos and her pictures are falsehoods over and over again. When people meet you, it's okay. You can post whatever you want. This is a beautiful photo of you, Amberlyn. And this is where she's just posting photos of herself. This photo isn't even the same as the first photo. Okay. And it says kiss me and I'm your little doll. That's wonderful. That's terrific. Okay.
Know her? When was the last time you hung out with her?
Or no? Is it too late? I mean, I've been on dates.
This is, I'm sure, about the new girl, right? It's about the new girl. Then she's posting, she probably didn't care. She didn't say a thing, all the things I wanted to say. Yeah, this is about wifey, that maybe some, wifey thought that Amber didn't care. Wifey, you got out of a very toxic and bad situation. I'm glad that you broke up with Amber Lynn. She lied to us and said that it was mutual, but then admitted that she lied. This is great. It's always good to lie and then admit that you lied. I love me some Amberlyn. Okay, she's also, as I showed you, was posting TikToks and, saying inappropriate stuff. Look, she's saying that it's great to be a writer. Ask her how she's doing. The point is, she's writing nonsense on social media, taking pictures. She's fine. She didn't just magically, I love it when magic gets involved. She didn't magically just get sick. She's not troubled. She doesn't want to work, which, you know what? It's fine with me. But maybe you should stop going on YouTube and saying how much you love YouTube. Now, here's what's going to happen. Once I post this video, she's going to post her own video and say, hi, guys. This is my, new haul. All of the grocery hauls that she's been doing are done for tax write-offs. Stop, Amberlyn. And yes, I know that you're not allowed to write off anything, but everything, but she does, my opinion. Anyway, so the point of the story is, you keep saying how much you love YouTube, but your blatant actions of you not showing up to work show us that you've been lying. You don't like YouTube. You're sitting on social media and posting complete nonsense. And by the way, I just want to say, she can do whatever she wants. I want to be very clear. The idea is, usually for YouTubers, social media is a side thing that is there to enhance the YouTuber experience. Going back to what I'm saying in the beginning and what I said in the beginning, YouTube is very people driven, very client driven. She abandons her audience and lies and says that she likes YouTube. She doesn't like YouTube. If you like YouTube, even if you didn't want to post or whatever, you would have let your audience know. Why do you do Wednesday, Monday, Monday, Wednesday, whatever, and then just don't show up for a week? Well, continue to live out your savings. It's great. And when you run out of money, you're going to be forced to live stream. I can't wait. Okay. Rinse, lather, delulu. I'm sure she's going to post, these pictures that she took. This is from her new video. I'm sure that she's going to post and say some new nonsense. Maybe your new girlfriend, if you don't know her new girlfriend, bought her a $400 Valentine's Day Lego. If you believe that, I have a very large Bridget Kermit's to sell you. Maybe she will tell you that there's an update on the love life, or maybe not. Maybe she's born with it. Maybe she's looking for a driving partner to Walmart. Okay, well, continue to lie and say that you enjoy YouTube when we all know, like, it's, I feel, totally disrespectful, as Amber Lynn would say, to sit around and post on social media, but not post to YouTube where your audience is. Your audience doesn't care about social media. Your audience cares about YouTube. It's disrespectful to constantly post on social media and not actually do your job and then come over and say that you love your job. It's not that she doesn't work. That is irrelevant. It's the lying and saying that you love your job, but then actually not posting on it because she can't stand YouTube. Everybody knows that. Let's move on to Foodie Beauty. So guess what? Foodie Beauty, this is me in editing, has purchased 100,000 subscribers. This is so sad. Her real actual number that she's at is probably like 20 to 40,000. She has a lot of like dead accounts, meaning like people subscribe to her during the mukbang days. And they don't watch. She's getting 4 or 5,000 views on live streams and maybe 8 to 10,000 like on her videos. And that's over time. Foodie Beauty, there was like a screenshot from Mo Translates. If I could find it, I will put it here, where Foodie Beauty has been asking sub for sub, which is against the TOS, which we're about to get to. And she's been begging for 800 whatever amount of more subscribers to get to 100,000 subscribers. Congratulations, you played yourself. You were never ever going to earn 100,000 subscribers, so you bought them. This is so embarrassing. I'm so embarrassed for her. Okay, so let's move on to Foodie Beauty admitting that she's been doing sub for sub. This is completely against the terms of service. This is when one person says, I'm going to sub to your channel if you sub to my channel. This is from the fake engagement policy. This is from the fake YouTube policy. What this policy means for you, if you're posting content offering to subscribe to another creator's channel, only if they subscribe to your channel, sub for sub, you're not allowed to do this. You cannot do this. Don't post content on YouTube if it fits in any of the descriptions noted below, right? You are allowed to ask people to, share your video, subscribe to your channel, and hit the like button. You are allowed to say that. Okay. So basically, Foodie Beauty, we've been talking about this for a while now, is getting subscribers in unethical ways. Of course, who in their Kermit mind would subscribe to her unless they had a reaction channel at this point? I mean, to be fair, I'm sure some people like her, but with her bad behavior and the way that she treats people, even though she's very, very, she's become an amazing pious woman, but she still trashes everybody. Okay, rinse, lather, delulu. Basically, yeah, she's not getting subscribers the old-fashioned way, the way that YouTube allows you. YouTube doesn't want fake engagement. They want real views, real subscribers, real engagement, real interest. And those people that break the terms of service, like she's about to admit that she is breaking the terms of service, their whole channel can be deleted. Let's just take a look at how she's admitted that she's broken the terms of service.
Did you know that B Loves Life, she has millions of subscribers. She built her channel, like grew her channel by doing sub for sub, apparently. Yeah, welcome guys. Sub for sub is against terms of service.
Not only is sub for sub, in my opinion, is looked down on, okay? It's looked down on because I didn't even know anybody was doing this anymore. Like 11 years ago, 10 years ago, when I first started YouTube, people were doing it, and at that point it wasn't against TOS, or maybe it was, I don't know. But like nobody even does it. Yes, Chantal, it's against the TOS. And you mark my words, Kermits, okay? I'm telling you, as true as I'm not a Kermit, I'm not a frog. How dare anyone accuse me of being a frog? Look, all jokes aside, she knows that sub for sub is against the TOS. She's desperate to get to 100,000 subscribers, as if that means something. It means absolutely less than snow water. I'm telling you, you feel the same. You're still expected to work. And it's just, look, a number next to your name means nothing if you didn't earn it. Okay, you didn't earn it, Chantal. You're buying subscribers, which is against the TOS, which she already admitted. And now she's gotten into this thing where she's promising, in my opinion, to people in groups. It was already discovered that she's like talking to people, and I'm sure they're speaking privately, and she's subscribing to their channel, and she's obviously also buying subscribers. She's mainly buying subscribers because she's just BSing you that it's just sub for sub. It's not. She's clearly buying subscribers. But Chantal, you know it's against the terms of service. Did you see how like her eyes are darting around, and like she knows, she feels uncomfortable? How disingenuous over there. Like, she knows it's uncomfortable for her because she's been discovered. You really thought that you could post videos that get 4 or 5,000 views when you used to get 60 and 70 and 40 and 30,000, and people think your subscribers are authentic? Rinse, lather, delulu.
I don't see why you can't support each other. Maybe if you're doing it like in a shady way, you know? But I don't see why you can't just go and like hang out with people in a chat and be like, sub to my channel, I'll support your channel.
I would love to know actually how she is actually supporting the other channels. When have you shouted out any other channel? You're saying that it shouldn't be against the TOS if you're just supporting each other. Chantal, you're purchasing subscribers and making agreements, probably with fake accounts or whoever, to subscribe to your channel, which is against the TOS. Your channel will be deleted for this. This is a bannable offense, and if you lose your channel now, you won't get it back. It's not an oversight. You're publicly admitting to like breaking the TOS. But her whole BS that she is supporting other people, it's not true. When have you shouted somebody out? When have you talked about another channel that you want your audience to subscribe to? She didn't, and she won't, because she's embarrassed. She's only admitted this because this was the only way that she could get to 100,000 followers. Nobody is interested. Your views are the lowest that they've ever been. And by the way, the absolute absurdity of purchasing subscribers, and the subscribers will not be viewers. They'll hit subscribe and they'll never watch your videos, so you won't make the money. Subscribers do not equal views unless they are real subscribers. It's like if I said to you, hey, go buy this music from this musical artist, they're my favorite, and then you buy it and you don't listen to it.
Like, why not? You know? Why would they want to discourage people sharing, you know?
Okay, so there's actually a real answer to this, which you are in luck. I'm going to tell you what it is. All right. So YouTube works with a bunch of people, okay? And these people are who get YouTube paid and us paid, right? Okay. These people only want to work with real engagement, right? So that and YouTube only wants to work with real engagement. Basically, the people that work with YouTube do not want fakeness, okay? They don't want to sell products to fakeness. And you, Chantal, getting fake engagement on your channel completely dismantles the idea of real engagement. Here's a wild idea. Real engagement creates real sales, okay? Because nobody cares if you have 100,000 fake subscribers. When people watch your videos, you're not going to care. You're not getting views. You're not getting real engagement. Look, the bottom line is real engagement is what YouTube wants, so they can keep the people that they're working with happy, and those people make money and YouTube makes money, okay? The fact that you don't understand why YouTube wants real views, real subscribers, and real engagement shows you should not be a part of the YouTube partner program, and you need to be removed, Chantal, if you don't understand. The only thing positive that I can say here is that once she was caught, she admitted it. And when something is positive, I will say it. At least she admits it now. Because if this was Amberlyn Reed, she would never admit it. So at least Chantal admitted it when she was caught, because Amberlyn will never admit anything when she's caught, like she refused to admit that she was lying about wifey for 2 years. So Chantal, YouTube wants real engagement for the people that they're working with, and you have admitted publicly that you have subscribers that are bought to your channel, and that you are doing subscription for subscription. You have violated all the terms of service. And when YouTube finds out, because I'm sure, listen, I am not telling you to report her, mainly because I don't care, but I'm sure when YouTube finds out, you're in a lot of trouble. Why would you come on and do a live stream admitting to violating all the terms of service, and that nobody is really subscribing to your channel? Like, nobody really wants to subscribe to your channel. You're so desperate to get to that 100,000 views that you're like begging people to sub to your channel. It's not worth it. One more point, this whole thing about bringing up anybody else. So let me just make this very clear. Everyone is responsible for their own actions. What I mean by that statement is you, Chantal, are responsible for what you are doing. And I see that you've learned very well from the Amberlyn Reed School of, oh, I know someone who, woke up today and did this or did that. I don't know what you're talking about here, but I know one thing for sure. You are responsible for your own YouTube channel, and it doesn't matter about anything else. You are breaking the terms of service. You're admitting to breaking the terms of service. So when YouTube deletes your channel or when you get into serious trouble, it's just honestly, it's so embarrassing. I have secondhand embarrassment. Are you not embarrassed, Chantal, that you are so desperate to have 100,000 next to your name with your 4,000 views? Like, come on. Like, you should be embarrassed that you would throw away the money that you can make at your job to appear popular. That's what this is about. You want to appear popular while you're not. People watch you, unfortunately for you, for the wrong reasons, most of them.
I could see if it's like, I don't know how it would be. I don't know. I really don't know. We all have something we have done we don't like, but we learn and grow from it. No one's perfect. Yeah, exactly. Y'all are my only friends.
I think that she really genuinely did this because there was no real way for her to get to 100,000 subscribers. Her views don't match the subscriber count. She hasn't been on YouTube like for 20 years to maybe have this subscriber count. She's admitted that it's a fake subscriber count. A few things can happen. Number one, when you buy subscribers and when you're like doing sub for sub, these people will just unsubscribe from you, or YouTube will flush out your fake subscribers. She even admitted that in another video I did where YouTube actually told her that. So you will go down from 100,000 unless you buy 20,000 more. That's a great way to spend your money, okay? Like, ridiculous. So you will lose your 100,000 subscribers and you'll never be able to get the plaque. Also, YouTube does a big check of if your subscribers are genuine and if you deserve the 100,000 plaque. You may not. She'll probably go on the internet and buy it because I'm sure you could buy it or something. But the bottom line is, if she doesn't, okay, I think there's a good chance that she will lose the subscribers because they're fake and they'll unsubscribe from you and go subscribe to other channels that are doing this ridiculousness sub to sub. But even if you don't lose the 100,000 subscribers, it doesn't mean what you think it means. When you haven't earned it, you won't have a backing. You didn't do this yourself. Everything you do is shady. Like, your marriage is shady, your friendships that you don't have were crowded, were just amazingly crowded in drama and shadiness on your side. Your relationships are shady, your YouTube career is shady. I am just blown away that she is so desperate to have 100,000 next to her name that she would publicly buy it when it's against the TOS. Here's what I think. I think that people will report her. I'm not telling you to report her because I don't care. But, I'm sure that people will report her because she's so blatantly breaking the YouTube's terms of service, and you will lose your channel over that. But I don't think YouTube will delete her channel. I mean, it's possible that they will, but here's what I know. I know that YouTube cares about one thing, and that thing is why her channel got deleted in the first place. And that's something they very easily act on, like, very fast, because it's important. Their other rules take time to look through. She's done so many things that's against the TOS. Do you really, leave it in the comments down below, you really think that she's going to lose her channel over this? I think they'll just ignore it. But Chantal, this is an embarrassment. Your YouTube career is an embarrassment. You will forever be known as a person who publicly bought subscribers. Even Anne Boleyn, our girl, didn't do that. I know some people think she did, but I doubt it. I think that one of the things that's going on in Chantal's mind is that at some point when she buys enough, like 120,000, 110,000, what will happen is the new people that may discover her, I don't know how, because you're not getting enough views for new viewers to discover you, but she's hoping that the new people, if they discover her, they won't know that she bought her subscribers. People tend to think, not everybody, people tend to think like, oh, this person has 100,000 subscribers, their content must be better, they must be this, and none of that is true. The bottom line is, Chantal, your core audience will always remind any new audience you have that you bought subscribers. It's forever cemented online. This is an embarrassment, and it's not the big flexing of a situation type deal that you think it is. To publicly purchase subscribers because your content isn't good enough to get the subscribers in and of itself, speaks volumes about like who you are on YouTube. So congratulations, you played yourself. Anyways, let's move right along to Pokemon Go update of the Sinnoh Tour. Right, so let's just move on to Pokemon Go Sinnoh Tour. So basically, twice a year, there's like these Pokemon Go events, Sinnoh Tour, or whatever region of Pokemon is the one for that year, and a Go Fest. So the first thing I wanted to say is I did get a shundo of an origin form Palkia. That was Dialga, but I got a shundo of this Pokemon and I did a short on it. I was very happy, but it took like such a long time. It took like over 24 hours of rating, a lot of rating, a lot of money. It is what it is. This game is a random number generator, meaning that you can get a shundo like I did, which is a shiny 100% IV, or a hundo, which is just 100% a perfect Pokemon the first time you raid, the third time you raid, or the 5th billionth time you raid. You know what I'm trying to say? And so I never got a Hundo Dialga. I must have done hundreds and hundreds of raids because what Pokemon Go does for these events is they suspend the 5 remote raid limit per day that they now have, and we could have raided as much as we wanted. And I will tell you something, like, of course it shows you how much money you can spend on it, and the money that you would be saving if when you're like banned to only like 5, you're only like forced to do only 5 like remote raids. So I understand that, people save money when they're not raiding, but it also lets you see all the possibilities of getting absolutely nothing or getting something. Like it took me a day and a half, but I got a shundo. I never got a hundo Dialga, and I raided and raided and raided for them so much, and I just didn't get it. I got one hundo, didn't get for the other one. So it just shows you the limitless possibilities or lack thereof. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, I'm sure that there were people that did hundreds of raids and just never got what they truly really wanted. And this is like something that I kind of don't think about as much on a daily basis when I raid, because you can only raid 5 times a day, and sometimes there's repeat Pokemons and I'm not even raiding all the time, because you used to be able to raid as many times as you wanted, and then Pokemon Go did this update where it was like, no, you can only remote raid 5 times a day, which made me, at least in the game, unhappy. But a few times a year they let you raid as much as you want. There's no remote raid limit on it, and you get to see like how your day-to-day gameplay would be if you actually could raid as much as you want. You would spend more money, you would probably be more frustrated in a way, because once you stop raiding for after 5 times, you're like done, right? You'd be more frustrated, but then there would be more rewards. So the more chances, this is just my personal opinion, the more chances you have to do something, the more chances you have to get what you want. It's the same thing as dating. The more dates you go on, the higher the chances are that you will find partner. You know what I'm saying? So in this game, yes, you give yourself more chances the more times that you raid, but also you may end up with absolutely nothing, like I did with Dialga. I did get some shinies, and obviously, yes, I got the Shundo for Palkia, but like I just really wanted a Hundo origin form of Dialga, and it never happened. I will say that I tried using the origin form of Palkia in the Battle League. That origin form is way more stronger than the regular form, so I really liked it. There was a bunch of glitches while we were playing. So while we were playing, what was happening was, and this was like the worst one, we would get like kicked out of like the raids. Like, let's say there was like, I don't know, 10 minutes left, or 5 minutes left, or 3 minutes left of the raid, or even if there was 1 minute left of the raid. This next part is really, really unfair. What would happen is, basically, once all of your Pokemon would die out from the raid, you would go to get, it kicks you out of the raid for a second because all your Pokemons have fainted. It puts you back into the raid. Well, it would stop putting you back into the raid. You couldn't basically go back into the raid, which is ridiculous. And if the raid already ended, you would not be able to go back into the raid because the game would kick you out, and then you couldn't even get your like Pokemon. What if you had a Shundo? What if you had a Shiny? What if you had a Hundo, right? You just spent money on a raid that you couldn't effectively finish because the game kicked you out. And the thing is, I know that if you like tweet them, you can like get your raid pass back, which is completely irrelevant to me personally. My opinion is it's irrelevant for me because it's not so much about the raid pass as it is about the Pokemon that I could have lost out on. So that was a glitch that I personally myself experienced. Also, like when like I was invited to raids, like the game would like kind of shake in a way, like the raid invites would shake, and just basically getting kicked out and the game restarting, which was ridiculous. Like you would just permanently get kicked out of the game and then you would have to restart the game. This is not something that people are interested, this is just my opinion, in doing when they're actually trying desperately to get 100% IV Pokemon. People really raid for two reasons. Well, three: getting shinies, getting 100% IV, which is a hundo or a perfect one, and or to get candy for something else. Like, people have shundo, hundo, or whatever powered up, Pokemon, and they need to get enough XL candy, because that's another wonderful thing about the game. You can't power up your Pokemon to level 50 unless you have the whole situation type deal of having enough candy. So that's another reason people are raiding. So if you're raiding and then you get kicked out of the raid because the game keeps glitching and you never got that candy, you never got to catch that Pokemon, this is a problem. Now, as far as the shiny raids, because there's always supposed to be like shiny raids going on, there's supposed to be shiny Pokemon out. I pretty much got like a few shinies that I wanted, but through trades, and I only found, literally, I joke you not, I kid you not, I only got one shiny Quillfish and that was it. I didn't get anything else. All my other shinies came from like trades, because there was 6 special trades a day. And honestly, like, I know a lot of people found a lot of shinies, but like I didn't. So that was just my experience. And this is something, unfortunately, like in my opinion, that I just expect from these events, because you could be going out all day long, and I personally can't do that. I cannot go out all day long. People just do that, right? Okay. I can't. But you could be sitting in your house and get 17 shinies, or again, random number generator. You could be going literally all out all day and not get any shiny. So for me, it's like the shiny rates weren't that great. I always get it through my friends, trading with my friends, but like if I had no friends in Pokemon Go, what could I do? And that brings me to my number one topic. So friendship is incredibly important. I mean, online, like in the game, friends in Pokemon Go. And you need friends to be invited to remote raids and these type of events from other countries, because other countries, like for example New Zealand, Japan, definitely started these raids before United States did, right? So if you live in a rural area, or if you don't have friends to raid with, what I would suggest doing, and this is like really important, and just it's also important to level up in the game. If you want to level up your level, you get a lot of XP from the friend bonuses. You want to Google Pokemon Go friends. And there's so many websites that like give you people's Pokemon Go codes. And I just want to say, when you do that, a lot of people will never finish the friendship with you. A lot of people will not invite you to raids. A lot of people will not even open your first gift or send one. They will not, go through the whole, I think you have to interact for like, I don't know, what is it, 100 days or 100 something days? I don't know. You have to interact for a long time to reach best friends. But throughout, like, people searching for friends, eventually you get some really good ones, people that have the same interests in the game as you. And not everybody has the same interests as you do in the game, whatever your interests are. Like some people just are Pokemon collectors. They just want to play the game. Some people are free to play, some people are paying, they're, not free to play. Some people like to do raids, some people like to hatch eggs. But the point is, eventually, if you get enough friends, my opinion is people will always find the type of friends that they're looking for. Whatever friends you're looking for, like for example, I always look for friends that like to raid. Even though now we're like forced to only raid 5 times a day remotely, I still look for friends that like to raid, because especially in countries that is not my own, because they can invite you to raids and you can invite them to raids like early or later. You know what I mean? Like for example, in certain countries, the raids end at a certain time, but the United States is like time wise ahead of certain countries, so you could invite other people. Does that make sense? So I highly recommend getting friends in Pokemon Go. So in general, did I have a good time at this Sinnoh tour? It wasn't bad. It was okay. I was very happy with my Shundo. Let me know if you played this year, or if you've been hatching anything good or getting anyone good in Pokemon Go. How was your experience if you played Sinnoh tour? I want to thank you so very much for watching today. I really appreciate your time. If you enjoyed today's video, please check out this video that's popping up here. It's on a similar topic. You may enjoy it. You may not enjoy it. If you don't enjoy it, go and leave it a dislike. Be a friend. Thank you so very, very much for being here. Let me know what you think of the video in the comments down below, and I will see you very, very soon in the next one. Thanks so much for being here. Bye.